this how-to video, I'm going to show you how to graph, because we're not going to be able to do it on pen and paper. So I'm going to show you how you can do graphs using Google Sheets. So when you're in your Google homepage, you want to go over here to this app icon, click on that, and then you're going to be using Google Sheets. But actually for you, it will be right here. I've already created everything for you, so it will be a little bit easier for you. All you need to do is go click here, but I'm going to show you how to actually create the graphs, which is going to do a lot of the work for you, honestly. Okay, so here's the graph, and I'm going to do, you'll see the number up here. So I'm going to do example number 1, and the equation for this example was x plus 1. So y equals x plus 1. And I'm going to make an x column and a y column. Okay? And then we're going to choose our values for x and for y. Okay? Let's choose 0, 1, 2, 3, and if we want to, 4. And when we plug it in to our equation here, 0 plus 1, let me see, I can put it over here. If we do y equals, we put in a 0 for x, plus 1, we end up with y equals 1. So 1 is going to go here. When we plug in, let me do it in order. When we do an input of 1 and the rest of our function plus 1, we get a y equals 2. So 2 is going to go here. When we do y equals an input of 2 plus 1, we get y equals 3. When we do an input of 3, you're going to get y equals 3 plus 1, and you're going to get y equals 4. And the last one, plug in the 4, and we get y equals 4 plus 1, or y equals 5. Alright. This part over here you don't need. I just did that to show you that I was plugging in the different inputs to get the output, so I'm going to delete that. Now to create your chart. Usually we do this on pen and paper, but I'm going to show you how to do this with Google Sheets. And all you need to do is you need to highlight this portion right here, your actual table, and you'll see this icon up here, Insert Chart. You can click on that, or you can go to Insert and go down here to Chart. Either one will get you the same result, but if you click on this, it's going to eventually kind of guess which kind of graph you want, and it's going to give you a graph. So here's the graph, and this looks pretty decent. You'll see that you have 0 up 1, over 1 up 2. It's on the point there. 0, 3 is on the point. 3, 4 is on the point, and 4, 5 is on the point. So this is a pretty good chart. What I would do is, we don't need a title, so we can take off that. So here's our x values, here's our y values. What else is there on to do on this? The grid lines we don't need to change because this looks pretty nice already. We don't need to change anything else in here, and so I can just exit out, and there's my graph for this chart. And let's say here I needed to do, I can right click and I can rename it. This is example number 1. And I'm going to do the next one. So see this little plus down here, you can do a plus. It says add sheet, and it adds another blank one. And now what you could do is you can right click on it, go to rename it. What is this? Get out here. Go to here, rename it, and this is going to be example number 2. Okay, and example number 2, let's see, number 2. this one we're gonna do y equals 3 times x. And I'm gonna make a column for my x and a column for my y. I'm gonna center it so it looks a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna choose 0, 1, 2, and 3 again. When I plug in 0, 0 times 0 gives me 0. 1 times 3 gives me 3, 2 times 3 gives me 6, and 3 times 3 gives me 9. So there's my input-output table, which I got these values from plugging it into this formula right there. And so what I'm going to do is to do a chart, highlight those values, go over here to insert chart. There's my chart. Looks a little bit different this time. Let's go through, customize it. Chart and titles. Again, the chart title. I don't need a chart title. That's okay. You can take that off. You can change the font, the text color, any of that if you want to. Series. You can like change the color, I guess. So if you want to change your line color, you can make it red. Doesn't really matter. No, that's not useful. What's this? Error bars. No, I don't want that. Okay, so we don't need anything here in the series tab. Legend. The x-axis looks okay. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. If you look at the y though, the y is a little bit. You have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And we have 0, 3, 6, 9. So you can play this a little bit if you want to put in 0 to the minimum value to 9. It'll change this, so now you actually have 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9. And so that's actually a little bit better graph if you change the minimum number and the maximum number. I like that a little bit better, so I'm going to keep it like that. Grid lines, nope, and there's my graph. Okay, and then if you needed to do another one, you would just go, not here, don't do that. No, get out of here. Alright, well you wouldn't do that, but the plus sign is over there. And then you would just add the plus sign, and what you could do at the very end is you could just, you'd want to save this as page, whatever it is, 388. I'm going to do this example graphing, and then you'd go over here and you would turn it in, but as you can see it's already there for you. All you'll need to do is just open up this and you'll see all the tabs of the numbers at the bottom down here, and you will just click on it and do the graph there and leave it there, and then I'll go ahead and grade it, come back over here and turn it in. Alright, I hope that kind of explains what you have to do in a way that's easy to understand. Good luck.